Let's talk about my top 10 favorite content creation tools. And I'm going to be talking about some automations and AI tools specifically as well that will help you supercharge your content creation process, be that video or other types of content. So whether you are a solo creator or part of a larger marketing team, these tips and specific tools will help you supercharge your marketing and be more creative. Let's first talk about the rise of AI-powered tools. So obviously we've seen a big rise in AI-powered tools like ChatGPT, Jasper, Copy.ai, and these tools are incredible, but they should never replace human creativity in your content creation process. And if anything, we may see a tipping point. And what I mean by that is there's the rise right now, but it may reach a peak and then a decline when people start to crave more human connection and human creativity more. AI is an incredible opportunity to automate certain tasks or processes that don't require direct human involvement. And if anything, these manual tasks can just take more time. However, but we're going to find that this shift happens here sooner than we think. If anything though, ChatGPT and maybe the open AI options that come from it, specific say for script writing or content ideation, are an incredible way to just brainstorm and to come up with new ideas and pull from the internet as far as what's working now. What I often find is that ChatGPT and these other AI tools are really at the mercy of how well we prompt it and engage with it. The more specific our direction for these prompts to the AI, the robot, the better the responses will be. So don't be too generic in your prompts. Don't say something like, give me 10 YouTube video ideas. You're not considering in this process your target audience, which should be really specific and super niche. And you're not also considering the messaging around that audience. So what are their pain points? And has this specific chat or AI bot learned about them so much in detail that it can give you very specific YouTube video ideas? It may focus more on entertainment versus education, or not consider the other nuances and specifics that you actually need to ideate around for your target audience. So instead, consider a prompt like this. Give me 10 long-form YouTube video ideas for the pharmaceutical industry and helping them use video to more effectively connect with their potential patients or customers in a way that gets them to educate them on the benefit of their pharmaceutical products and services, as well as give them a clear call to action on why they should hire or visit our practice. And if you're using the web extension of ChatGPT, for example, or these other tools, it's going to pull from the internet in real time today versus say something that may be a little bit outdated for the data information it's pulling from. And when you do this, drop in links or specific documents that provides more information on your specific company. You can even add more information that provides context to the AI bot that talks about your company. So if I'm talking about Content Supply specifically, I could say, based on what you know of contentsupply.com in reference to this attached PDF, or I put my website link, contentsupply.com, into that prompt. So based on what you know about contentsupply.com, give me 10 YouTube video ideas that are targeting B2B marketing departments and teams and leaders that can address their specific pain points when it comes to video content creation and how they can use video to connect with their audience to build a community and then convert that community into paying customers. You can get even more specific than that, but that is a good starting place. And if anything, when those ideas are given to you, have follow-up prompts. You can copy and paste in that same chat one of those video topic ideas and ask the AI bot to then expand upon this idea by giving you an optimized YouTube video title, a YouTube description, thumbnail ideas, and then a specific and comprehensive outline of that video. And if you want, you can even prompt it to add 5 to 10 hook ideas. So those are the first 1 to 2 sentences of your video that can hook the viewer and give them a reason to watch from the beginning to the end of the video. Another tip to consider before we get into my favorite tools for content creation is the focus on video. With platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, even LinkedIn, who are investing in short form video content, it's important to consider how you can contribute to those platforms and hook customers, build an audience around quick value tips or entertainment, anything to hook your audience and to quickly build a following and an audience. It's important to consider short form video content as the initial engagement, awareness, top of the funnel type content to engage your audience and to grow your community. And automation tools is also an important category to consider when it comes to adding more fuel fuel to the fire of your content creation and seeing better results with your marketing. Automation is one of the first areas you should focus on when it comes to using AI, let alone just tools in general to help automate and speed up your content creation process, whether it's an ideation, the content creation, or the distribution of your content. Now let's get into the top 10 content creation tools and apps that you need to be using today to supercharge your marketing efforts. First, my personal favorite, and honestly millions of others, is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI tool that assists content creation while answering queries and prompts to generate copy ideas and organize thoughts. One of my favorite aspects of ChatGPT is how it delivers its responses in a structured, numbered, or bullet point type list. It organizes disjointed ideas into a clear step-by-step process. So it can give you specific word for word video scripts, which, sometimes this can work, but more often than not, I've found that AI only scripts can feel less human and a little bit too stiff and corporate-y. In fact, it even uses words like delve or foundation, key, essential, just fluffy words that honestly are kind of a telltale sign that you're using AI to write your scripts exclusively. So versus having it write a word for word script, use it to give you more of a outline or a bullet point list of the main ideas to talk about, and then use your own words. If you need a word for word script to be delivered from a teleprompter when you're creating video content or even podcasts or other trainings, both with faces or faceless, then consider writing it in your own words or having a writer from your team or an on-call writer contribute to that process. So that way it sounds like a human is actually writing it and then delivering it. And the power of ChatGPT's responses, like any AI tool, comes down to the effectiveness of your initial prompt. So the information that you feed to the AI bot leads to a more effective and really leads to a far better response and organized thought that is specific to your initial inquiry. So don't necessarily use ChatGPT for your video scripting exclusively. Use it for ideation, for new content ideas across the entire marketing funnel. Give it plenty of context by sharing your website URL, maybe PDFs or documents that talk about your company, your mission and values, other messaging talking points, your customer avatar information, anything that will be useful to guide in its marketing and content development on behalf of your branding company. So ChatGPT, number one choice when it comes to powering your content creation while incorporating, of course, the human element. Jasper is another one. This is similar to ChatGPT, but what this is focused on is the copywriting element. This is helpful for ideation and drafting and editing content that is going to be very effective for B2B teams. Think of Jasper as a similar tool to ChatGPT. It may just be personal preference for how you interact and use it in your content creation workflow. Another tool is Lumen 5. Now, Lumen 5 is a video creation platform that allows you to turn blog posts into videos on an automatic basis. To be honest, when it comes to video creation, there seems to be new video tools, both AI driven and not, that are being dropped every single day. So search for something that may be relevant to your content creation process for video. So considering something like Submagic is good, where it does AI-driven captioning that makes it look fancy and even on brand and professional, or you could be using Opus AI. There's even other video tools that allow you to use AI spokespeople, but I would kind of put caution to that. Where I have found, as someone who does have a video background, is when you go to produce AI-driven spokesperson videos, where you may use a real human initially, and then you have new AI voice and visuals adapted to that spokesperson. The movement of the head, the mouth, the eyes, and just the body language and delivery can feel what's often called the uncanny valley. It just doesn't feel human enough. And I feel like it can do more harm than good because people know you are 100% using AI and not actually a real human, despite the image or the thumbnail looking like a human. So although it's a cool idea in concept, it's not going to replace the human side of the video creation process. But AI voice is really interesting. And this is what leads me to the next tool, which is ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs has a lot of built-in AI voices that you can use. And so it's instantaneous, where you can put in a script, and within a few moments, it immediately gives the output, the audio version of that written script in basically any voice you can imagine, and even across languages and accents. You can even copy a real human voice. So let's say my voice is put into this tool. It can then go and create an entirely new sentence that you didn't actually speak originally. Our video team has used this often to say, add additional words to create complete sentences as they've crafted the stories for different brands we work with, or using 100% AI voiceover for a faceless video, be that for short form or long form video content. Now there is relevant uses here, but also you got to be careful at times, because of course you don't want to infringe upon using it unethically or using it in a way that can be misleading or too automatic and not human enough. But ElevenLabs is an incredible tool to supercharge your voice or audio driven content creation. And then one of my favorites is also Adobe Premiere Pro. Really, I'll just say the Adobe Creative Cloud or Suite, where these are the suite of apps that are going to power your video creation and editing, your design, your illustration, your audio editing. Really every single type of content creation you can imagine is built within the Adobe Creative Cloud. And with Adobe Premiere Pro, they have plenty of settings and presets and integrations that allow you to speed up your content creation process. So whether you or a member of your team or a vendor or supplier that you hire, an agency, recognize that Adobe will be used in the content creation process and make sure that your marketing workflow can support it. A supporting tool to Adobe Premiere Pro is Final Cut Pro, which is Apple's specific video editing software. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's a great tool to use that is complementary to what Adobe Premiere Pro does. And at the end of the day, it just kind of becomes personal preference of your video editor. Descript is another incredible content creation tool or app. Descript uses AI and other forms of automation tools within its platform to make it easy to simplify the audio and video editing process. So honestly, it's perfect for podcast content creation and video creation. It can create captions, transcripts of your videos and podcasts, and make it really easy to trim out the ums, the ahs, and the mistakes that often come when we record raw footage or files of our content. Canva is a major one. If anything, this design tool is getting better every single day. You can sync up your team, your clients across locations, and it's one centralized area that makes everyone feel like a professional graphic designer. You can pull memes, animated graphics, do simple video editing, but with a focus on design. They have tremendous amount of templates at our disposal to adapt and brand to your specific purposes. One thing I love about Canva is its ability to integrate your specific brand style guide. So you can add in your logos, your fonts, your colors, your brand photos that are approved. And then that way there's easy access across your team members to jump in anytime, create any custom sizes or graphics for video thumbnails, for Instagram graphics, for LinkedIn infographics, for PDF guides and lead magnets, ebooks. Really the list goes on of your design capabilities being more accessible. It's democratized the ability to create really good looking graphic design. And then there's Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a social media scheduling tool that automates content posting and management. This is really effective to scale up the amount of content creation and posting that you do. Now, there are other tools like Buffer that also do very similar tasks to make it easy to post content. I would consider the specific social media or just distribution platform that you are choosing to use, because sometimes it can be more effective to use platform-specific tools or use the platform itself for the uploading and distribution of the content to maintain the highest quality. So for example, YouTube, oftentimes the features you get access to directly in the platform are the best you can get, and you can't really replace the direct upload to the platform. But there are supporting integrations and tools like vidIQ and other YouTube-driven data and analytics and A/B testing type tools that allow you to see whether the right title is being used, the right thumbnails being used, or other strategies to help you really improve the performance of your video or maybe other types of content. Zapier is another great tool. This is an automation tool that integrates most apps and automates repetitive tasks, streamlining the entire content creation process. So from start to finish of your marketing or content creation workflow, you can have Zapier basically be the middleman or woman between each task of the content creation workflow. It allows these different apps to talk to each other. So it triggers when a task or process triggers automatically when something happens. So for example, if a new LinkedIn post goes out, you can have Zapier automatically read that new post happened and then repurpose that post to 5 other distribution platforms without you ever having to touch it. And then having a project management tool like Asana is also very important here. This is where you can build out your marketing or content calendar. You can have your team member inside of your Asana or project management software of choice to allow them to understand what the workflow looks like, what your standard operating procedures are, access to certain tools or aspects of the content creation process. So for example, we have our content calendar in Asana, our marketing team, and on a daily basis or weekly basis, when we are planning, creating, editing, designing, and then posting content, we can track the phase of each deliverable within our Asana dashboard. And of course, there are dozens or hundreds of other tools out there, whether some being a flash in the pan or others being more tried and true and trusted, like say Wistia, Vimeo for video hosting and distribution, or email marketing softwares like MailChimp or Kit that allow you to automate or distribute content at scale like email and blog articles and videos. So consider each step of the customer journey and how content is created to communicate to your target audience at that phase and what tools you can use to either automate or improve the ability to create more value and human-driven content. On this channel with Content Supply, we're actually going to be talking a lot more about these tools in more detail versus high level like this. Because when you can learn the specific details and training tutorials for each of these tools and how it can power your content creation and marketing, you'll find that you can create more efficiently and put the humans back into your content creation. So for more content just like this, make sure to follow along at contentsupply.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.